All right.
All right.
All right! Playtime's over, Splodge.
So we're all in agreement that Love Me Tender is an awful episode. Yes? Okay, good. It's funny because no one in the comments could actually tell me why Love Me Tender is objectively a good episode. No one could make sense of its flaws because you literally can't.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Those angry fans. They never get old. Now on to Emily in the Middle, an even worse Donald and Douglas episode, and is another example of how bad the CGI series can be in taking Sodor seriously, treating the characters as actual steam engines, not children, like they did in the classic series, and finally, making a Donald and Douglas episode that even makes sense. First off, this episode is in a terrible season, Season 21. You know, the season that kicked Edward out of the sheds, a core legacy character? Trash. The episode starts off pretty well, to be honest. Much better than Love Me Tender. Emily in the Middle gets right into the story. There's no pointless introduction or bickering scenes. Until now.
We can, of course.
Can he?
Why do Donald and Douglas have to be arguing in every single episode they're in every single scene? Members in my Discord said they're very much out of character in this episode and even act like Bill and Ben. We are less than 2 minutes in, and they're 100% right. And what the hell is this noise? Oh boy, Emily, such a great character. No. They leave the docks with the heavy train, and then one of the most annoying fucking sounds that I've ever heard in the TV series happens. Emily's laugh. This episode really hammers home that most, if not all, of the CGI series is just nothing compared to the classic series. The island of Sodor is literally just a playground for the moron engines in the hit era and in the CGI series. No actual railway practice, no realism, nothing is taken seriously. The Fat Hat is a fucking joke. It's not even Thomas the Tank Engine. And just how the engine's bodies move when they talk, it's just awful to watch and is so jarring.
I want to swap places.
Donald and Douglas's voice actors are very good, I will say that. But the two engines only act like a bickering high school couple in these episodes. So Donald stops the train because he doesn't like being up at the front all alone. These aren't even steam engines anymore, and at this point in the show, they had not been for over a decade. So because the twins stopped the train, dumb old Toby crashes into the snow. Oh, so funny. Not to mention, the express of the island of Sodor was about to be traveling on the same line as these three morons. This railway has become the biggest joke ever at this point in the show. We get more shots of Emily being incredibly fucking annoying, laughing through the pipes. Man, I really could care less for that awful character. Then Douglas stops the train on Gordon's Hill and immediately is on the other line, as if he jumped across like it's all engines go, wanting to swap places with Donald. The twins then have the same argument as they did in Love Me Tender. You know why? Because the argument of, you always do what you want, is lazy, just like Love Me Tender.
You always do what you want. Nay, true.
And at this point, good. Have the train push Emily down the hill and crash her. So the gag of the snowball from the beginning of the episode returns, as a single piece of coal creates a snowball big enough to derail a steam engine. But at this exact moment, this is awesome. I hoped the snowball damaged Emily beyond repair. So the twins arguing continues, and yeah, this episode's terrible. I understand this is not the classic series, but it's not an excuse to be an objectively awful TV show. And guess what, guys? If it was a good TV show, a good era for the show, Mattel would have deemed it successful. And it wasn't. It's not Thomas the Tank Engine.